Why are you doing this? I don't understand you. As a result of something, I interrupted the birthday dinner with my husband and dashed upstairs. The moment I expressed my emotions and tearfully said that, my husband's expression instantly turned serious.
You don't need to understand. You're annoying.
And then he forcefully pushed my chest. Huh? Behind me was the staircase, meaning I fell backward down the stairs. Our house has high ceilings, and the staircase is quite long. My entire body, especially my head, took a hard hit. An intense pain shot through me, causing my vision to blur. Is this a lie? Was I pushed down? I groaned, seeking help, but my husband descended the stairs with an expressionless face. My consciousness began to fade gradually, and my vision was completely dark. From afar, I could hear my husband's voice making a call.
The plan took a different turn, but it worked out well. She's not moving a muscle anymore. Now we can finally be together.
So that's what it was. I understood everything in an instant. My name is Amelia Thompson. I'm 35 years old, married, and I'm the president of an import goods sales company. The company is small, but the management is going smoothly. To be frank, my income is considerably higher compared to others in my age group. I met my husband Caleb through a friend's introduction. Despite working for a small to medium-sized company, Caleb understands my busy schedule and takes the initiative to help with household chores. Therefore, I never really minded that Caleb's income was only a fifth of mine. As a couple, we lived together in the spacious house I purchased, without children, enjoying a carefree life. However, about 6 months ago, Caleb's behavior began to change. He started coming home late and spending more time away from home. Until then, he always used to come home first, cook, and wait for me. But now, he started coming home around midnight every night and gradually stopped doing household chores. As a result, all the burden fell on me. Hey, Caleb, have you been that busy at work lately? Feeling dissatisfied, I decided to talk to Caleb on our day off.
Yeah. Since I changed departments, I've had more overtime.
Caleb answered without making eye contact with me. But recently, most of the household chores have become my responsibility. Caleb, you know I have a demanding job too, right? I casually mentioned it, and suddenly Caleb became angry.
What? Are you trying to say that because you're the boss, household chores are my job?
No, that's not it. I wanted to discuss sharing the household chores. In fact, I was thinking of hiring a housekeeper to help.
Huh? A housekeeper? Instead of relying on something like that, you should just do it yourself.
But even I'm busy.
You're always like that. Not even half the wife you should be.
With that, Caleb stormed off to the bedroom. Alone, I held my head in my hands.
You, working so hard, shine brightly. I want to support you so.
Where did that Caleb who said such things go? Before we knew it, the gears between us as a couple started to misalign. As this situation continued, Caleb grew increasingly cold towards me. I decided to confide in my close sister Emily, who lives nearby, about the matter. Knowing Caleb wouldn't come home, we went to a bar near the office, drank, and talked. When Emily heard about our current situation, she looked troubled. Hey, Amelia, you make quite a bit of money, don't you? Maybe Caleb's male pride got hurt because of that. But until recently, he used to say he liked me just the way I was. So maybe there's been a change of heart in him. Do you love Caleb, Amelia? Of course I do. We're married. I wonder if there's a way to fix this. As I held my head in my hands, Emily seemed to have an idea. Hey, wasn't it Caleb's birthday coming up? Oh yes, it's next week. How about preparing a gift that he'd be delighted with and honestly express your feelings? That's a good idea. I'll do that. I hope it helps improve our relationship. Even though she's my younger sister, Emily is quite mature. With her advice in mind, I started looking for a birthday present for Caleb. 3 days later, I bought a limited edition luxury watch for him. It was a bit of a significant purchase, but if it makes Caleb happy, then it's worth it. And so on the night of Caleb's birthday, he came home late as usual, but I stayed awake and waited for him.
Oh, you're still up?
My husband asked bluntly, and I replied, "Yeah, it's your birthday today, isn't it? Even though we couldn't have dinner together, I wanted to give you this as a celebration." I offered him a smile as I handed him the branded paper bag. When Caleb saw what was inside, he seemed surprised.
Hey, isn't this quite expensive?
Yeah, it's a bit of a splurge, but I bought it with my own money. I wanted to express my gratitude to you.
I see. I'll take it.
I felt a bit disappointed by his unexpectedly casual reaction, but since Caleb seemed to be in a better mood, I thought it was good that I gave it to him. However, Caleb never wore that watch, no matter how much time passed. "Hey, Caleb, didn't you like that watch? Why don't you use it?" Nervously, I asked him before he left for work, and Caleb shrugged it off.
Oh, it's just that it's so fancy. I'm afraid to wear it for everyday use. I thought I'd save it for special occasions.
I see.
Well, I'm off. I'll probably be late again today.
Even though he seemed pleased when I gave him the watch, he didn't come home any earlier, and his attitude towards me didn't change. How can I improve my relationship with him? Before I knew it, that's all I could think about. One day, a month later, just before my birthday, Caleb's attitude suddenly became kind.
Hey, Amelia. Tomorrow's your birthday, right?
Caleb, you remembered?
Of course. There's no way I'd forget my beloved wife's birthday.
His words brought me great joy. Caleb continued, saying,
I might not be able to afford expensive gifts like you, Amelia, but come home early tomorrow and I'll cook for the first time in a while. So let's eat together.
I'm happy. Your feelings alone are more than enough. That was my true feeling. Being celebrated on my birthday, being able to eat Caleb's homemade dishes after so long, it seemed to me at the time that this was a tremendous blessing. When I shared the news with Emily, she said it seemed like the relationship could improve, which was good to hear. As my birthday approached, I finished work early with excitement. Caleb's shoes were already at the entrance and the smell of cooking filled the house.
Welcome back. Dinner will be ready soon.
Caleb was standing in the kitchen with a smile. At that nostalgic sight, I felt like I might burst into tears. Thank you. I'll hurry up and change. While changing into my loungewear in my room, my phone rang. Was it a birthday message from Emily? Thinking that, I opened my phone and found something unexpected written there. Amelia, happy birthday! I hesitated to share this news on such a happy day, but I found this on an auction site. Below the message, there's a URL attached. Curious, I opened the page. There, I saw a single watch up for auction. It was the luxury watch I had gifted Caleb. I remembered the day I bought the watch. The clerk said,
There are only 3 of these in the entire country.
Could it be that Caleb went ahead and put up the birthday present I gave him for sale without asking? My thoughts raced as I stared intently at the screen of my phone.
Hey, Emily, dinner is ready.
I heard Caleb calling from the kitchen. I temporarily closed my phone and head to the dining room. On the table, various dishes are arranged with my favorite beef stew as the main dish. Then, Caleb's phone rang.
Oh, sorry. It's a work call. I'll step out for a moment. Feel free to eat.
With that, Caleb left his seat. Alone now, I took another detailed look at the earlier page. Scouring through the listing, I noticed a photo of the warranty certificate. There I saw records of the store name and purchase date, the exact details from when I bought it. No mistake, the watch listed here is the one I gave to Caleb. Impulsively, I grabbed the plate of beef stew and headed to the kitchen. I thought about just dumping it in the sink, but hesitated and returned the beef stew to the pot. Why would Caleb do something like this? It's not right to sell something I gave him without permission. But maybe Caleb had his own reasons. Perhaps I should listen to his side of the story? Standing there in the kitchen, I thought in circles. Eventually, I transferred the beef stew back onto the plate. Calming myself down, I decided to have a proper conversation with Caleb. As if nothing had happened, I sat there, and Caleb returned from the other room.
What? You haven't eaten yet? Feel free to eat it, okay?
Caleb peers into my face, but I can't shake off the earlier incident with the watch from my mind. Feeling far from enjoying the meal, I felt I needed to sort out the mess of emotions first. Caleb, I'm sorry. I'm not feeling well today, and I can't eat.
Huh? But I made it just for you.
I stand up silently and head upstairs to my room. Caleb, visibly angry, follows me.
Hey, Emily, what's going on?
As I reach the top of the stairs, Caleb grabs my arm. I was already at my limit. But Caleb, you sold the watch I gave you, didn't you? I hold up my phone screen to him, and Caleb looks awkward.
Why would you
do something like this? I don't understand you, Caleb, at all. As I expressed my emotions and said it in a teary voice, my husband's face immediately turned serious.
You don't need to understand. You're annoying.
Then he forcefully pushed my chest. Huh? Behind me was the staircase, meaning I was falling backwards down the stairs. Our house had high ceilings, and the staircase was quite long. I hit my whole body, especially my head, causing intense pain and my vision to blur. This can't be real. Did he just push me? I groaned, seeking help, but my husband descended the stairs with an expressionless face. My consciousness gradually began to fade, and my vision was already pitch black. I could hear my husband's voice, making a call from far away.
The plan took a different turn, but it worked out well. She's not moving a muscle anymore. With this, we can finally be together.
So that's how it was. I understood everything in an instant.
Oh, yeah. With this, the inheritance and this house are all ours. I'll raise a toast, so hurry up and come over.
He was cheating on me, betraying me. He was planning to kill me and take my fortune. In my fading consciousness, I was shedding tears of frustration. My memory of that moment was cut off. The next time I woke up, I was in a hospital room. Amelia, you're awake? Are you okay? With a face blurred with tears in front of me, I barely managed to answer in a hoarse voice. What happened to me? Yesterday, I didn't get a reply from you, so I got worried and went to your house. And then I found you collapsed under the stairs, so I called an ambulance. It seems you have fractures, but I'm so relieved you're okay. I noticed a dull pain in my arm there. My right arm and neck are wrapped in casts. That's when I had a hunch. Emily, the reason I ended up like this is because Caleb pushed me down. Huh? Is that true? Caleb. Emily turned pale and looked at the bed next to her. There lay Caleb, looking very pale. Huh? Then why is Caleb in the hospital? I have no idea either. When I went to your house, I found Caleb and an unknown woman collapsed in the dining room. They were both taken to the hospital together. An unknown woman? Beside Caleb's bed lay another young woman. She was groaning with her eyes closed. The doctor says she seemed to have ingested some sort of poison. As Emily mentioned that, it clicked in my mind. The beef stew from that day. It had been laced with poison. In my fading consciousness, I remembered Caleb saying,
It didn't go according to plan.
Originally, they intended to poison me, but I returned the beef stew from the plate back to the pot. Unknowingly, they ate the poisoned beef stew. He said we would celebrate at the house. How foolish. With a sigh of resignation, I asked Emily to do something for me. Then I proceeded to wake up Caleb in the next bed. Hey, wake up!
Huh? Where am I? What happened to me? Amelia, are you alive?
I glared at Caleb, who seemed groggy as I stood up. Your plan failed. As you can see, I'm perfectly fine. You ended up in the hospital after eating the poison you prepared yourself. Serves you right.
That can't be. Surely not.
As Caleb's expression shifted rapidly, I forced the truth out of him. According to him, as our married life progressed, he began to feel jealous of me, a wealthy woman. To alleviate that stress, he started frequenting nightclubs and eventually got involved with his mistress, Michelle, who was sleeping in the next bed. Michelle approached him with a plan to murder me and inherit my wealth, and he foolishly went along with it.
Amelia, I was wrong. I never imagined it would come to this.
Unable to move due to the effects of the poison, Caleb lay on the bed and spoke to me, and I raised my voice at him. Huh? You planned to be with your mistress if the plan succeeded, and now you're saying this? When I pushed him away, Caleb started crying.
I might not be able to move freely due to the after effects. Michelle as well. No, I don't care about her anymore. I'll be in trouble if you don't take care of me. Please don't abandon me.
Don't mess with me, I shouted loudly. We're getting divorced, and of course I'll demand even more compensation. That woman standing right next to you can hear us, right? I'll demand compensation from you too. At that moment, Michelle, who had been pretending to be asleep, sat up halfway and spoke while crying. Please forgive me. No way. I will never forgive you. Besides, I've already called the police. What? The police? Caleb and Michelle turned pale at the mention of the word police. I asked my sister to report it a while ago. Look, it seems they're already here. Multiple footsteps were heard from outside the hospital room, and inspectors burst in through the door. I was immediately moved from the hospital room by medical staff, but during that time Caleb and Michelle were surrounded by stern-faced inspectors. Afterwards, Caleb and Michelle were found guilty. It seems Caleb will be going behind bars. I used a lawyer and immediately divorced Caleb. As declared, I demanded compensation from them, and their parents came forward with apologies and money. Though it doesn't completely ease my anger, they are left with the consequences of having lost their jobs and being abandoned by their families. If they seek further retaliation, they are likely to face consequences. I have no way of knowing how they will live from now on. On the other hand, 2 months later, I had recovered from my injuries and had no lasting effects. I have returned to work and occasionally go out to eat with Emily, living life leisurely. I want to work hard while also living life cheerfully from now on. Thank you for watching until the end. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.